Do you want to join our recording? So we've been sitting here at the bar at Forage Public House in Lakewood, and it's very clear that they're not used to seeing people of color because they've been staring at us this entire time.
They want to be a part of it.
So bad.
This lady has not stopped since we got here, just the whole time.
We're friendly. You guys can join.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hold on, because I did just say what place it is that we're at, and I don't want it to seem like the establishment is funny style towards us, but clearly the customer base here is shocked to see two women of color sitting at this bar on a Sunday brunch. But here we are.
This lady at the corner is looking at us like we're going to do something.
They both, I mean, they literally on both sides. Yeah. It's like, do you guys want us to be friends? Like, what's up? What do you want to do? Like, comment, and subscribe.
Good, by the way, it's kind of like when you make it.
Although mine has sugar on it. I'm shocked that there's no sugar on the rim.
I thought you would have asked for that. I didn't ask for it, to be specific.
Why would you have to? It's a lemon drop. Why would you have to ask for them to put sugar on the rim?
Because every time I get one, I thought I had to ask for it. So I say I want sugar on the rim, and today I didn't. But I thought that's why she didn't put it.
I don't know. I just automatically put. I put sugar on the rim, and I put sugar on the lemon itself. So that way, if you want to eat the lemon, there's sugar on the lemon, or if you want to literally drop the lemon in the lemon drop.
What's that?
Girl, it's a seed.
Oh.
It's a seed. But speaking of our drinks, Amanda has
a lemon drop, like always.
And I am still not drinking. So I have a mocktail. It is a blood orange mule, and it's actually really, really good. I'll be very excited when our food gets here so I can drink it with my food. And I would love for this lady to get the fuck out of my mouth.
Yeah. I almost dropped the thing. You know,
like,
the last
damn.
time we were at Cheesecake, every lemon drop that I got was $16.75.
You said it was what?
$16.75, and I just kept ordering them. Then the bill came. Jen's like, my part is like $30, and then I was like, oh my god,
$50 of drinks, Miss Ma'am.
So, yes.
Low key, like, damn. But I will say, I've noticed that since I have stopped drinking and smoking, the amount of money that I have been able to save. Really, my biggest thing was smoking. Like, I always like socially drink.
Mm-hmm.
But because I socially drink Don Julio, it's expensive just because of my taste in liquor. But smoking is what was costing me the most money. It was like the amount of weed that I was smoking, the quality of the weed, and then obviously buying Dutchies. And Dutchies aren't $1 anymore. They're not even $1.25 anymore. You know what I'm saying? So like between the marijuana itself and the shells, oh my God, I probably was spending close to like $400 a month.
Didn't they used to have Dutchies like 2 for something, right?
I don't know. The only deal that I know about is 3 for $5, and that's like a Lorain thing. Because out here in Cleveland, it's not happening. They're not giving you no deals on that shit, and it's like $1.79 a piece. But I remember all the good old days when Valero used to be home with $1 Dutchie. Ugh.
Oh, Valero on Oberlin Avenue?
Yes.
They always had the shit.
They were home with $1 Dutchie, but now they have that 3 for $5 deal. The good old days.
Right.
The good old days.
I went to this, not gas station, but this corner store when I was in New York, and I just went straight up in there, asked for a Dutchie. They looked at me crazy as fuck. I don't know if that place just wasn't familiar.
Really? Because New York is like, they smoke Dutchies out there.
And when I walked out, I was irritated, and there was this guy. He was like, you good? And I was like, do you know what a Dutchie is?
Maybe it's because you're calling it a Dutchie. I think they call them like palmas out there. Because, you know, it's like a Dutch palm.
And he went in there. He was like, man, get that girl something. I can't even remember what he called it. And they gave it to me.
And it was exactly, it was the one that you're looking for, the blue cigar. I don't know. Maybe it's just like I said, maybe it's because they're calling it a Dutchie. Maybe they call them Dutch Masters, but I'm almost positive they call them like palmas.
And they already think I'm country as fuck when I go out there. So it's like, ain't no way. I felt so dumb.
That's hilarious. I have always been told though, like for my like East Coast family, when they see me, they're like, "You sound so country," and I'm like, nothing about my accent sounds country to me, like at all. But you know, they think that like Lorain is like the sticks. You know what I mean? They're like we're like in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, and there's nothing out there but cornfields. Yeah, I don't know.
Cornfields though. far from
Yeah, that's what
cornfields.
they literally think that like Lorain, they think Ohio for sure, but like they think that Lorain is like in the cornfield somewhere. And I mean, it doesn't help that Oberlin is literally around the corner, and for the most part, Oberlin
Oberlin
is,
is
you
the
know,
cornfields,
Oberlin
okay?
is like that, but no, Lorain is not.
Do you feel like they're improving Lorain? Like, do you feel like they're improving Lorain? I feel like they're wasting money on shit that they.
I was
I
gonna
think
ask, what
they
do you
need to
mean
fix
by
the
that?
potholes. On my last car, oh my gosh, driving down 33rd Street, I fucked up my car like 4 times. And then I finally learned the pattern when I was going to my friend's house of like,
It's a mess.
no, I need to go this way, because it was like one here, one here, one here, one here. So now they still haven't fixed the potholes, but they got this whole thing on Broadway, all these lights and shit, girl, all these new signs and everything, all this shit, and they are not fixing them potholes. So I just avoid driving on the south side as much as possible.
So is that what you mean by improving Lorain? Like,
They're trying to they're making more stuff there, like more restaurants and more, like, I guess, businesses. So
I can't say because I haven't lived in Lorain in
and they're
like
raising
7
the rent.
years.
Sorry to interrupt. They're raising rent very bad in Lorain, supposedly. When I looked on when you look at those websites to like rent out and shit,
Mm-hmm.
girl, ain't no way I'm paying $1,000 to live on Long Avenue
A
or
thousand.
900 or anything like that to live on Long Avenue. So
I don't know because I haven't lived in Lorain in like 7 years, so I can't really say what they are or aren't doing. Only because like when I am in Lorain, I usually go straight to my dad's house, my parents' house, or I go straight to my other friend's house. Other than that, I'm not like in the city to like really see what's been going on.
yeah.
But I will say that when I do drive around, I always notice something different, or something is torn down, something new is built. Um, what I hate though is that they have turned all of like the 2-lane streets into like 1-lane streets, and it's like, this is not Sleepy Hollow. This is not an episode of Gilmore Girls. This is not one of those like small town like villages. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lorain is a city. You know what I mean? Like, we need 2 lanes, not one.
Yeah.
But I think that they have like done that to kind of make it look more breakfast, stay kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, they
No,
want to
I
like
get what
have
you're
like
saying.
Airbnb spots, and like they want to make it like a little destination thing on the water. And I mean, like, that's cool, but it just
Broadway,
doesn't represent the city.
they got hella Airbnbs on Broadway.
Yeah, no, they
now.
do, they
Yeah.
do, but it just is not an accurate representation of the city. You know what
It's
I mean?
not.
Like, keep
Just like
it
TV don't
real.
represent cities correctly either.
It's
So, never.
it's a falsehood. Like I said, this is not an episode of Gilmore Girls. Okay, this is not Sleepy Hollow. So, hard pass. But my hope, if as far as our improvements are, obviously they definitely need to do something about the streets. But the main thing is the school systems.
They're failing as fuck.
But
They're
they've
a
been
whole failing
failing.
district. I think they're failing on purpose so they can continue to get those funds. Because did you know that this, they get like certain funds or whatever the case may be. And do you know now the kids in Lorain, like my little sister and my little brother, they don't have to buy none of their supplies or anything. Like, they provide all that shit. When did Lorain have money for that?
What do you mean? Like pencils and notebooks?
Just like they didn't have to get any supplies at all. Like, normally you have to get your kids some type of supplies. My mom's like, I didn't have to buy nothing. I'm like, okay. But they actually had the funding for it. But I feel like they should be worried about academics. Because
Yes,
Lorain
they should
is
definitely
super
be worried
failing.
about the academics. But I will say, Lorain has always had a failing school system. Like, when I was in high school, but even when I was in high school, they had an F. When I was in high school, the dropout rate, I want to say we were like the Lorain Admiral Kings dropout rate was like in the top 30 for the fucking state. And this was, my freshman year was 2005 to 2006. So I want to say this was 2008 year. We were like in the top 30 for the dropout rate for the whole fucking state. And I think it even got worse when they implemented the school uniforms, which was my junior year. I think it was second semester of my junior year. Yes, they implemented school uniforms, and I shit you not, it was like, oh, you have too many buttons on your polo, you have to go home, or you don't have your shirt tucked in, you're not wearing a belt. It was like the most silliest shit that they had implemented with that uniform rule, that like the kids who already didn't care about coming to school, they definitely weren't coming to school when they had to come up to school looking like a Poindexter. And even for me, like I had parents to buy me, you know, the accurate uniform and like get me the nice clothes and whatever. But my big titty ass did not need to have my shirt tucked in with a belt on. Like, and legit, I was getting in trouble like almost every fucking day because I refused to tuck in my shirt. And it got to the point to where I had just told the principal, I was like, I'm not comfortable having
Did
my
you have
shirt
a
tucked
big
in.
fupa? Because I don't remember seeing you in high school.
I didn't have a big fupa, but my boobs were so big
And it's
that
like,
like, I mean,
look, if you would have
look at
tucked it
them
in, your
now.
shirt would have been like.
Look at them now. My shirt's tucked in now, and look how big they are now. And this is after I've had a reduction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So imagine me being fucking 17 years old, and I'm pretty sure that I was probably wearing I think I was like an E cup or a G cup at that time.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't need to be wearing a fucking white polo and tucking a white polo to my khaki pants and then put a fucking belt
Excuse
on it.
me.
Like,
May I please have another one, please?
like, please die slow. Can you put sugar on the rim if possible? Thank you.
I'm dying that you just ordered my drink.
Because you should have told her sugar on the rim. You know you wanted sugar on that rim.
I used to make the uniform super fucking cute though. Like, first of all, I went, by the way, fun fact, I went to 5 high schools, by the way. And when I was a freshman, they sent a letter out for Southview saying that we had to be wearing uniforms and everything. Girl, I'm over here thinking I went and showed up with a uniform. Nobody in that fucking school showed up with a uniform, okay? Nobody. And they made it mandatory by the time I was in like, I don't know, maybe 10th or 11th.
So you went your freshman year wearing a uniform and you didn't have to wear one?
They sent a letter saying that we had to and that we would get sent home if we didn't. Like, you know how they send you all this stuff before school? They're like, you got to wear this type of uniform. You know, they send the colors, you know, yellow, blue, red, whatever. And girl, nobody went to school wearing uniform. I was so mad. I'm like, I can't believe this, Mom. I thought I was going to get in trouble and nobody went to
So you wore a uniform for one day and then
yes,
was like,
for
okay.
one day, yes. And they couldn't, I feel like they had a hard time enforcing that, like, seriously, because nobody was doing that shit. But then they made it mandatory after a little while, so.
I just remember it was literally junior year before we left for Christmas break. They were like, when you come back after Christmas break in January, you need to be wearing uniforms. And I swear to God, it was the first day back and I knew that I had like a test I had to take in my class. And I was already running late. My dad dropped me and my sister off to school. And I'm like running up the stairs to like get up to the second floor. And we had a new principal at this time, and I had no idea who this lady was. And she was like, Miss, you're not in uniform. And I just looked at her and kept moving because, like,
Uniform
bitch, who are
police.
you? You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, bitch, who are you? And she was like, I'm talking to you. I'm the new principal. And it ended up being Miss Conabear. I'm just like, yeah, okay, I don't care. I have a test to take. Well, you're not going to class unless you have the right shirt on and you have too many buttons on your shirt. Because, you know, everybody just went to Aeropostale.
We did.
You know, they just went to Aeropostale and got their little button ups or whatever. And Aeropostales had like 6 buttons, and I guess you couldn't wear more than 4. But it's like at that point, y'all are doing way too much. Like way too much. Like you have too many buttons. You're not wearing the right color. You can't wear an undershirt that's a different color. And it's like they already wanted us to be in prison before half of them went to prison any fucking way. Like that's literally what it looked like to me.
Girl, the whole school is designed just like a prison. The fucking food, the trays,
yes.
the design, the way the whole building is. Man, in Lorain High, I'm telling you right now, when I was in college, I had to take a college class there years ago at the high school. And when I seen it newly built, it was crazy. Like, literally, it feels like, you know, there's no service in there, just like a prison. There's no, like, cell phone service.
I've never been in the new school.
It looks like there's, like, bars. Like, it's just blue and gray. That looks like a freaking prison.
But, you know, when Bill Gates gave the district that grant and they rebuilt, like, all the middle schools and elementary schools and shit, those legit look like institutions.
Exactly.
Like,
General Johnny Wilson?
yes.
Definitely.
Those legit look like correctional facilities, 1,000%, like 1,000%. And my mom is in the Warrensville district, and their high school is newly built. And I mean, their high school looks like a college campus. Like it literally looks, it's bright and it's colorful. There's carpet in some areas, there's hardwood floor in other areas, tile in other spots. It's like, that looks more like a school versus what I have been told about Lorain High, because I haven't been in there. But from what I've been told about Lorain High is number one, the school is already like falling apart.
They didn't have heat recently, and they still made them go to
Hell
school.
no. Hell no.
So they're raggedy as fuck at Lorain High. And then those kids be like, oh my gosh, like, I never seen the disrespect when I was in, of course, disrespect when I was in high school. But the way that they are now, I've just never seen that.
Plus, it's because kids don't understand like respecting your elders.
I'm cool on that shit.
Don't get me wrong, when I was younger, I had a very hard time following the rules and like respecting authority. But when it came to just adults, I definitely respected the fact that I was a child and they were an adult.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And but now it's like the kids just don't give a fuck. They think that they're on the same level as grown people, and it's like, you think because you got some titties and you done bled from your coochie that now you get to talk crazy to adults? And the answer is no.
How do you feel about all these teachers getting fired for having an OnlyFans account? And I will say, really quick, first of all, these are elementary school teachers. You guys, there's no way these kids are going to ever see this shit, right? And they don't even pay teachers enough anyways. So have an OnlyFans account. But I seen two teachers get fired recently for having an OF account, just for having it, not because the content, just for finding out that she had one.
I think that unless it's in my contract that I'm not allowed to have an OnlyFans or do something of those, something in the sex work industry, that it's really none of your business what I do outside of work hours. And unless I'm wearing my school lanyard or have my school ID in the video, you know what I mean? If I'm not wearing school like apparel and whatnot, it's like it shouldn't make a difference. And for the kids who are finding these profiles, my question is, where the fuck are your parents?
And they can't, you have to be an adult to sign up anyways, but how do you even know? Why are your parents even letting you that far into social media to where you know that I have a fucking OnlyFans? I be seeing that, I'm like, damn, that's shitty though.
I think the main thing is that like
you lost your whole career.
There's an influx of not just male teachers but female teachers that are having sexual relationships with the kids. And I think that because OF is considered sex work, that they are just assuming that you're like a hypersexual person and that you would be capable of sleeping with a student. I think that's where the mind goes.
I'm a pedophile.
That's what I'm saying. I'm assuming that that's what they're assuming. Like, that their mind goes is this, like, if you have an OnlyFans, you must be like with the shits, But crazy. Being with the shits with another adult is completely different from being with the shits with a kid. Like.
Some of them take their career serious. They just don't have money. They do not pay teachers enough. This girl I used to be friends with, she was a teacher, and I don't know, this probably isn't for every teacher, but she told me she still qualified for government assistance. And you know what? Going to college, or having a master's and whatever, why do I still qualify for government assistance? So maybe it was her starting, right? I don't know what her specific situation was, but I do know that it was.
Your food looks so good.
Doesn't it? You guys gotta see what I got. Hi.
Thank you. No, that's it for right now. Thank you.
This is so healthy. You know what? You ever feel like you eat so much? Like, I ate so much this weekend. I was like, today, I cannot, I didn't eat nothing at all till we got here. I didn't even eat a piece of fucking bread, nothing. No. I just feel like I ate too much this weekend.
Honestly. I've been chilling. So let's see what you got, babes. What are you eating?
Oh, this is avocado toast with the egg. They come with cherry tomatoes, but I didn't want that shit. Avocado and what do they call it? Micro radish.
And then I was supposed to get vegan chicken and waffles, but they don't have waffles, so I got vegan chicken and French toast. And no, the chicken is not chicken; it's mushrooms. That's their version of the chicken.
Clarify before they call you a fake vegan.
I don't give a fuck what they call me. They can't call me broke.
Period.
But
I forgot to ask you, how was your Valentine's Day?
Uneventful. Uneventful. I have a friend, but that friend is extremely busy, and to not allow myself to be upset and frustrated at things that are not within my control, I allow that friend to be busy. and let him do what it is that he's going to do for me. And I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
How was your Valentine's?
Valentine's Day itself, I had to work obviously, but it was good. I got a couple people a couple things. A couple people got me a couple things.
You got a couple
But
people, a couple things.
not men's.
Big
Like
mama.
not men's. Like like my daughter and stuff, and
Oh, okay.
my goddaughter and everything. But because they're girls, you gotta like get them some shit every year, so they don't expect y'all's dusty ass son to get them shit.
Well,
Or
I would hope in elementary or middle school they're really not expecting
that's
anybody's
not.
dusty
I
ass
mean,
son to do anything.
when they would hopefully they move like that when they get older. Like my mama gets me something for Valentine's Day every year.
So I'm gonna be honest. When I was in middle school, if I had a boy that liked me and he gave me something, my mom's gonna notice that I got something that she didn't buy me.
I'm not allowed. I wasn't
And she's
allowed.
gonna be like, who got you this? Where'd you get this from? I actually tell him thank you, but give it back. I was not allowed to keep nothing. Don't even let me have a different pencil in my pencil pouch that she did not buy me.
That was anything else at the moment.
No, we're good. Thank you.
No, thank you. I thought that my mom was weird for that, or that she was like, I'm like, how come all my friends are allowed to get stuff off of their friends or whatever? Like my mom knew, like you said, every time that I had something that wasn't mine, like a new burnt CD, every fucking thing. So now though, for real, remember those? Like she'll know. I don't know if she went through my shit like regularly or what, but I remember when I was in 3rd grade. I'm just gonna say his name because no one cares. Marco Cologne.
I do not.
Anyways, he was totally obsessed in elementary school. He's totally good people though. Like I still to this day, like once in a while I check on him. But
Hey Marco.
3rd grade. One day he came to the school with a fucking ring. I'm talking this ring was fat as fuck, Jen. Like it was so pretty, okay? It was a real ass ring. And in my mind, I'm thinking, I don't know where he got this from, but I was young, so who cares anyways where he got it from. Come to find out, first of all, I took that ring home. My mom looked at it and she was like, where did you get that ring, Amanda? And I was like, some boy at school gave it to me as a present. And she was like, I'm going to your school tomorrow. There's no way that this little boy gave you this as a present.
You want to know why? Because she's either assuming he stole it from somebody,
right? Of course,
that is pretty much his mama or aunt or something. Or I don't think that my mom was ever concerned that I was like dealing with a grown man. But when you get a gift like that, she probably wants to know, is there some creeper that's watching my daughter go to and from school who likes her and is deciding to give her, something like this? I think that's part of it. Is like, how did you get this and how did they get it to give to you? Even if a kid would have gave it to you, how did they get it? Did they steal it from somebody?
Exactly. Like, my mom went up to the school pissed off, like, this boy gave this to my daughter, I'm giving it back. This is not hers. This is not anything that I feel like a child would have purchased, obviously.
Right.
Do you know that his father came to that fucking school and beat his ass in front of
whose ring was it?
His stepmom.
I knew it.
He beat his ass in front of everyone because first of all, this is my woman's ring and you gave it to this little kid at school.
I mean, he didn't need to embarrass him like that. He should have been like, you know what? I respect that you wanted to get your lady something, but babe, you don't steal from us to get it to them. Yeah. You need to work for it. Because I mean, at least he liked you enough and thought enough as a little young gentleman to get you something. But there's just ways to go about it, and it does not involve stealing from your stepmama. But he must have said, fuck that lady. He must not have liked her.
He did, because his dad embarrassed him so bad, and that's something I just won't forget. Like, it happened at Meister Road Elementary.
Funny as shit. So, like, my first boyfriend, I was in 5th grade, and I went to Lowell on the south side. And my god brother was in the same class as me and my little boyfriend. And
your little boyfriend?
Yeah, so that's what he was. And it was field day, and I wanted to wear this like lime green tank top that I had. And my mom had told me the night before that I couldn't wear it. But by this point, my mom had went back to school, so she was no longer stay at home. She was, gone before we left, and our neighbor would take us to school. So me being fast, I put on this lime green tank top.
Still.
Now, mind you, in the 5th grade, I had a size C cup boobs in 5th grade. Okay, tall as hell, thick as hell, with a C cup. So I go to field day, and like I said, I was tall. So I was like, and when I was younger, I was super athletic. I was very competitive. Like I was a runner, I was a jumper, like the whole shit. So every other field day prior to, I'm in the shits. I'm battling with all the boys. I'm jumping around all the boys. But I decided to wear this green tank top this time. And when I tell you that little sports bra, that little trainer bra, because I was a C cup, but I was still fucking 12. So, it was hard to get ones that like fit me like inch wise, but like fit me cup wise too. My little titties were bouncing all around the whole field day. The whole field day, okay? So now, mind you, my little boyfriend
The whole field day,
had
girl.
already said something to me halfway through the day and was like, I don't think you should have wore that top. My little
Okay,
boyfriend
what
told me
grade were
this.
you
I was in
in?
5th grade.
Oh my God, not a fifth grader.
And he was like, yeah, I don't think you should have wear that top. And I kind of was like, yeah, I don't think I should have either. But I mean, it's too late now. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. So
Oh
we get to
yeah.
like the end of the field day.
hmm
We were playing one of the last games where it was like, there's a bucket on each end and one is filled with water, and you would like dip the sponge in it and then run to the other bucket and wring it out, and whoever got like the bucket filled up first was the one who won. So we played the game, whatever. My god brother was a terrorist, and at the end of the fucking game, with the bucket that we had filled up, mind you, it's been water that's been scrunched out of a fucking sponge into the shit. He picks this bucket up and throws it on me. So now it's a wet t-shirt contest at Lowell Elementary
Oh my gosh.
during fucking field day. So my little boyfriend, sees
You
this,
quit saying that.
and he is livid. Number one, because he threw water on me, but number two, because now my little 5th grade nipples are piercing through this lime green tank top that I have on. So they immediately took my godbrother to the office, but my boyfriend was like, "Oh, I'm beating his ass when I see him later. Like I'm fucking him up." Like he was pissed, and I was just like, "Oh, my man, my man." He was doing right. He was supposed to do to like defend my honor. He was trying to defend my honor.
You are funny.
So mind you, I always lived on the west side though. So they all lived on the south side. Well, that night I'm on the phone with my little boyfriend, and he's like, "Yeah, I already let your brother know. Like, I'm fucking him up tomorrow before we start school. Da 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 da." He was lucky that he got picked up. Before the school day was over. I wasn't able to get him yesterday. I'm getting him before the school starts tomorrow. So now my god brother, I don't know if he told his mom or if his mom heard him on the phone with my boyfriend and they were like, beefing or whatever. His mom calls my mom, and my mom bursts into my room like 10, 15 minutes after I get off the phone with my boyfriend. And she's like, "So you think you got a boyfriend?" And I'm like, huh? She's like, "Yeah, you think you got a boyfriend, huh?" And mind you, somehow she found out that I wore the green tank top. She found out that I had a boyfriend, and
Someone told your
and that my boyfriend was threatening my godbrother. And my mom is very, very big on family, so she's like, "Yeah, I don't give a fuck about any of that. Like, whatever happened between the two of you guys, your boyfriend has nothing to do with that, and you don't let somebody threaten your godbrother." And I'm like, "Mom, he dumped a bucket of dirty water on me. Like, what do you mean?" And she's like, "I don't care about none of that shit, girl." Next day, my mom didn't even go to school the next day so that she could take us to school. So she could confront my boyfriend. Okay. Now my boyfriend sees me get out the car and he starts to like walk towards us, and then he sees my mom and he stops,
Right.
and he like stops in his tracks. My mom walks up to him with me and is like, "It's nice that you care enough about my daughter to find yourself defending her, but Jennifer is too young to have a boyfriend. So I'm gonna make this clear to you all right now. You guys are not in a relationship. You are not her boyfriend. She is
It
not
won't
your
be.
girlfriend. And you will not be threatening my godson, telling him that you're gonna beat his ass or fuck him up or any of that shit. And do I have myself clear right now to you in this moment? Because we're not talking about this shit again." And he was like, "Yes, Mrs. Smith, I am so sorry. I just felt so bad. Jennifer's hair was messed up and her outfit was completely soaked." And she's like, "Yeah, I don't care." And she looked at me and she said, "You got what I said, right? You don't have a boyfriend, right? You're not, but you're
I'm
nobody's girlfriend, right?"
done.
And I'm like, "What?"
No, mom.
Bro, exactly. I'm like, no, I don't have a
Like,
boyfriend,
I
Mom.
don't have.
You're right. I don't have a boyfriend. And then he was still my boyfriend, though. Okay, he was my boyfriend all the way up until the summertime, and then of course, I lived on the other side of town, so we broke up for summer break. We broke up for summer break because I mean, my mama told me I don't have a boyfriend, so she's not gonna be bringing me to your house or bringing you to my house or none of that shit. And I lived on the west side, and they lived on the south side, so it just wasn't gonna happen. But that was my experience with my first boyfriend ever, and him trying to defend my little honor. But my god brother, he was foul for that shit, and he know he was foul for that shit. Cause rather I had that green tank top on
Who's
or
your god
not,
brother? You gonna say it?
he know who he is. He know who he is. But rather I had that green tank top on or not, he ain't had no business throwing that dirty ass water on me. And my boyfriend did right. Okay. So ever since then, I'm like, my man, my man, my man. Okay, if my nigga's not ready to black a nigga up over me, we got a problem. I can't be with no pussy ass boy. So there's
I
that.
seen this meme on Instagram. It said every time with my man, I feel like I'm with security, and I feel that because I better feel like I'm with security when I'm with you.
Pin the tail on him.
One day, you know how like when you're like one time I was at the bar with this one guy. I was sitting there with him, and there was some disrespectful ass, drunk ass man at the bar. He kept trying to talk to me right in front of the dude. Like he kept trying to talk to me. He kept offering to buy me a drink. So initially, and the dude was standing right there. He didn't say the guy I was with. He didn't say nothing. He wanted to see how I was coming. He just like he wanted to see what I was gonna do. I feel like because he didn't say nothing at first.
I'm not supposed to do nothing, baby. You're here.
Initially, he didn't say nothing. He just was peeping how the dude kept trying to talk to me and ask me for drinks and everything. I initially was ignoring him. Then I was like, no, I'm good. He was like, let me buy you a drink. What you mean? I'm like, no, I'm good. And the guy I was with straight got up. He was like, nigga, she said she good. What the fuck? Like, what? Like, I need you to, I thought, see, if he didn't say nothing at all, the whole time, I would have thought he was a pussy, like 100%, and we would not have went on a date ever again. But he definitely said something. But that is.
But why did it take him so long? And why didn't you say that you were with somebody?
Like, what do you mean? The man was right here. He was right with me. Like,
I would have been like, no, my man's got all my drinks, but thank you.
He was right there. Like, he's disrespectful as fuck. He seen that I was with somebody. The dude wasn't on the other side of the bar. He was right there. And dude was like, nigga, she said she's good. What the fuck? Like, and I don't know if he was trying to, that's why I brought it up. I don't know if he was trying to see what I was going to say or not, but like,
I don't like that.
If he would have never said nothing at all, then I definitely would have thought he was a pussy. But you should have said something the first time.
Like, he should have leaned over and like, nah, bro, she good. I got whatever she needs.
Right. So I don't know. But yeah, I have to feel some type of like, I don't know. Not even just that nothing's gonna happen to me when I'm with you, but let me be comfortable being drunk when I'm with you too, because I'm not comfortable like that with everybody.
When you say being drunk, like in what way?
Just being completely comfortable with you to like, what if I pass out or something in your car and I need to make sure that I get home good or whatever the case may be. Just making sure I'm safe, I guess. I got roofied before, you guys, so.
Do you care to elaborate, or are you just gonna throw that out there like that? Sorry, because that's not funny, but goddamn.
I'm just going to minimize the story. Was that I went to a swingers club. I'm not a swinger. I went to an all-girls night at a swingers club. It was my first time, and I totally got roofied. Like, girl, then I was paralyzed for a day and a half, literally. Like, I couldn't even get up. Not even like a hangover. It was the worst. It was so much worse than that. It was horrible. But I don't know. I heard a lot of stories about people getting roofied on their first time, and I thought that was just something people say. But honestly, that shit did happen, and I was incoherent for a while. And luckily, I have a good friend who I was with, and she made sure that I didn't do anything crazy. She made sure we got back home in the Uber together, and she, oh my God, she even like changed my clothes while I was asleep at her house. Like, I was like passed out. She changed my clothes for me, everything. Like, so she made sure I was good. But I definitely got roofied. And you know what? You have to give the bottle to the bartender. You can't buy drinks in there. Like, there's a bartender, but they serve you your own stuff. And you just have to give them a bottle. They give you a number. to put on you. They just give you a number like to put on your wrist or whatever. And every time you want to drink, you give them your number, and that number's on your bottle. And they're in control of your bottle the whole time. So whoever's behind that bar or whatever is in control of your bottle that whole time. So now I know if I did this again, I would bring canned beverages, not a liquor bottle that they have complete access to. You know what I mean?
So you feel like because it was your first time there, they roofied you to like loosen you up?
A little bit, because there was some bitches hitting on me, okay? But it was fun, don't get me wrong. Totally demonic, but fun. And you know when you walk in, as soon as you walk in the door, like there's a big screen of just porn as soon as you walk in, okay? And then when you, exactly, that's exactly what it sounds like. It's some white people porn. But
Yeah. Was it a white people club?
I went to Euros downtown. There was
Okay, I'm hip.
And girl, when first of all, they make you pay a membership fee and also to get in, and you have to bring your own bottle. Like I think they really trying to make sure the ghettos don't go in there because it's super strict. You're not, if you get caught with your phone, you'll get kicked right out. You're not allowed to be taking pictures. You're not allowed to answer the phone. If you answer a text, you have to literally, they tell you this, you have to have your phone right here and then hurry up and put it back down, you know? So there's big screens of porn everywhere.
You know, Jen is gonna throw her own Airbnb freak night.
You want to have a freak night?
Because I think that would be like, personally,
die.
I'm not going anywhere where I have to give them my bottle. Because like, how do I, like you said, how do I not know that you're not doing something with my shit? Now I've heard about this spot. This is over like on East like 13th or 14th.
It's in downtown.
Yeah, over there in that area. Like I'm hip to that spot. But I would like, personally, I've always wanted to like have like a sex party, but I'm just not friends with people who are open like that.
I am.
I obviously know that now. And so for that reason, I would want to have like, get like a nice, like big Airbnb space with like, everything would be clean and like you literally BYOB. And there probably would be rules as far as the phone is concerned, because if I'm in a room having sex with someone, I don't want you to feel like you can come in here and like be recording us. You know what I mean? Unless everybody signs a waiver saying that you're okay with people filming you. You know what I mean?
Fuck all that.
So I think that would probably be the only thing that I would definitely stand on, would be the filming part. Is like, chill out.
And when you're a new person there, the owner, I think she comes to most of the events, but the owner, she shows you around everything. There's a dungeon, there's dick holes, there's all types of different rooms.
Like glory hole?
There's even one of those machines, you know, those oh my god, it's the craziest shit I've ever seen is what, Jennifer, but my friend, one of my friends is really into the swinging thing, and since it was an all girls night, she couldn't bring her man with her, so she had to bring one of her friends. And at the time, I told my boyfriend I wanted to go, and he was like, all right, I mean, if it's a girls night, whatever.
It's all girls, so like,
yeah, there was not one man there.
Girl, until a stud tear you down.
Them girls was freaky as fuck, okay. I felt more violated around them bitches than I felt around men. Like they'll come up to you. Well, see, they're not disrespectful though. Like they'll make sure you're okay with it. But I know this one girl come up to me and start going like this and everything, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But you got to be prepared to go do some shit. I feel like I have to take an X pill if I do that again.
That's what I was gonna say. Like I think I get them like trying to loosen you up, but they could have asked you like, we have party favors. Are you interested in like partaking? And like then you can kind of like go from there. But I'm not gonna lie. When me and my ex used to do Molly, like
I think I drank Molly water before, but I never like actually like, I don't know. I don't think I've ever felt like what the effects people get off Molly.
Girl, I mean, like and I'm no exaggeration, we were having sex for like 4 or 5 hours. And I mean, like, it's no exaggeration. I mean, like, legit, there was something in a hole of sorts for 4 to 5 hours. Like, and I came so many times. I want to say in that time, he maybe only came like maybe twice. But even the first time he came, it took a long time for him to like actually come. And we had a lot of fun. We did that a few different times, but I do think that like in like my future relationship, I wouldn't want to do it too early on, but I could understand if like we've been together for like 6-7 years and like we have like a very healthy relationship, I would totally be open to going to like a sex club or like having a sex party or something and like letting him explore, me exploring, and that just be it for the night. You know what I'm saying? Just so that it's like finding a way to like be able to spice things up. Because I just don't like when people are like impractical.
Excuse me. Can I please have one more in the bill, please?
Absolutely. One check today? Or...
That's fine.
So
People are just like impractical by thinking that like no matter how much a person loves you, and it's not just men, women too get tired of that same stroke. You know what I'm saying? It gets to the point to where like we can almost predict which way you're gonna go. I'm going with you because I already know once we get to this one little part, you like to go to the left. You know what I'm saying? Like and so I definitely think it would be helpful for us to find ways to like keep things like fun and exciting. And I think the fact that like I like women too, I think it helps with that aspect of it of like we can have sex with girls and it could be fun, you know what I mean? But now I don't want you doing shit without me being a part of it. But I would totally be down for us having threesomes or like I said, having a sex party and like engaging in that way. But
my friend specifically, I feel like I can't do it early on. Like I wouldn't have did it with my boyfriend. I just did it because it was an all girls night, whatever. After a certain amount of time, yes, because damn, we just got together and you already want to start swinging. So that's why I wouldn't. But my friend who's really into that, her and her dude are both divorced. They both are actually into swinging. So it's something that doesn't like cause friction between them at all. Like they're super good with it. And they got a really good relationship. Trusting. They're even on the swinger websites together. Like, and they both, they don't do anything sneaky. Like, and if he wants to play by himself, like, she'll be like, okay, well, who is it? You know what I'm saying? And
let's just talk about it.
It works for them.
That would be my thing. Is like I'm not going to act like my man is never going to ever be attracted to another woman because he loves me. You know what I'm saying? Because he loves me, I expect for him to be honest and not violate or betray our relationship. But I don't expect for him to not have desires or be attracted to other women. It would just be like, let's have a conversation about it. Let's talk about it. I would be open to that aspect of it. He's low key fine.
The server?
Yes, his little curly top.
Oh, what a cute white boy.
He's cute, ain't it?
Yeah, not fine, but cute.
Fair. Very fair. Hey, baby. He went through the camera view. No, thank you.
You want a box?
No, thank you.
Are you eating that piece?
Or at least eat it with the mushrooms.
Mm-mm.
It's supposed to be like chicken. It doesn't take. Hold on. Don't. First off, don't ever look at my food like that and make a face.
No, I don't
like that.
You are failing to understand that I did this live for a very long time.
No, that's cool and all, but put it together
and dip it
in some syrup.
Both of them?
Yes, girl.
Are you sure this is gonna be okay? Hold on. Wait a minute. This is like trying some new shit. I keep touching it.
But so you just think I've been over here eating something nasty for the last 40 minutes? Like, come on.
It's a little gummy.
It's mushrooms.
It's alright.
It's alright. No, I will say, urban vegan spots that do mushrooms are a little bit better because they definitely bred the mushroom better. But I mean, this wasn't bad. I've had this dish from here a few different times, and I've had it taste better for sure. But
I know y'all think I'm like mad greedy. You about to eat that?
with your finger in it though. You remind me of my dad, girl.
You about to eat that?
My dad's ass will literally. He'll literally be like, "Oh, that looks good," and have his whole fucking finger in your plate. Like, here, Dad, you can have some.
Just keep it.
Hey, goddamn.
Hey, you guys, we're gonna play Guess How Much the Bill Is because I always used to do this. Every time I'm with somebody, I do this. I'm petty. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me look first.
Well, how? You're supposed to guess too.
Oh.
Anyways, I'll just
guess. Sorry.
I'm gonna say number one that your drinks are probably the majority of the bill.
You know what? Let's be 100% honest.
Okay.
Significantly a little cheaper than cheesecake lemon drops.
So I'm gonna say our bill is probably $72.
How much?
72.
It is 73 plus tax. And 3 lemon drops were $36.
The majority of the
In
bill.
comparison to the $50 that I paid at Cheesecake.
If the bill is only 73 and your drinks are $36 of the bill, girlfriend, that's almost literally 50%. That's 50. That's 50% of the bill.
Yep. So, 36. Oh shit! Hold up. No, chicken and waffles 19, and so your shit was only like
Per usual,
25 bucks.
Per usual.
So, yeah.
I'm so glad I'm not drinking because how much was my blood orange?
$6.
My blood orange mule, and I'm still sipping on it. She didn't have 3. I'm still sipping on the same drink, and it's $6. I'm sure
that was not you a year ago.
I'm sure if there was no, you're right.